Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the end of the $600 per week federal booster shot, which has been the foundation, the cornerstone of the new and improved unemployment benefits program in the current crisis. I'm going to cover three things in this training video. The first is the cash incentive to go back to work, which is now being considered seriously in the White House. The second is the clash of ideologies. The clash of ideologies between the Democrats and the Republicans because they have different ways of looking at this situation. And number three, the latest proposal that's being seriously considered in the White House, which is the back to work bonus. Now, before I get started, if you're an existing subscriber, welcome back. If you're not an existing subscriber yet, please consider subscribing. Please smash that notification button and please click the like button because it really helps out the YouTube algorithm. With that being said, let's get started. Now, the director of the White House National Economic Council, Larry Kudlow, specifically said the back to work bonus is something we are looking at very carefully. Now, as you know, the White House has introduced a $600 federal booster, which essentially enhances the weekly unemployment benefits by an extra $600 per week. The national unemployment benefit nationwide, if you take an average across all the states, is $371 a week. If you add an additional $600 per week to it, you get almost $1,000 per week in unemployment benefits for individuals. Now, this has been a lifeline for a lot of individuals who previously were not qualifying for anywhere near this level of benefits. But now we're starting to see a clash of ideologies between the Democrats and the Republicans. The Democrats actually want to expand the $600 federal booster all the way through January 2021 by an additional 6 months. The Republicans, on the other hand, want the economy to start up again. They want the economic stimulus that's already been passed to essentially make its way through the system. And they also want to wait and see how states reopen, because some states are reopening faster than others. That makes sense. On the other hand, the Republicans also want to make sure that individuals are incentivized to get back to work, because the problem with large unemployment benefits, as far as the Republicans are concerned, is that it becomes a disincentive. In other words, it discourages individuals from going back to work. They want individuals to go back to work. Now, this is a situation where we need to balance safety with getting the economy up and running. In other words, we need to balance lives and livelihoods. So it is a fine balance and it's a delicate balance. And for me personally, it doesn't matter whether you're red or blue. For me, it's all about the red, white and blue, like I've said in my other training videos. So I can understand both perspectives. Again, the Democrats want to expand the $600 per week federal booster all the way through January 2021, and they also want to expand the unemployment benefits in other ways. The Republicans, on the other hand, want to be a bit more fiscally conservative. They want to wait and see how things reopen, and they want to encourage individuals to actually get back to work so that individuals can start rejuvenating the local economies and so that the overall economy can get back on track and people can start working again. Remember, the purpose of the unemployment benefits program is not to keep people at home indefinitely. It's to provide people a lifeline until they can get back on their feet. So here's an article on the Wall Street Journal which highlights that the Trump administration is closely examining the idea of back to work bonuses. The Trump administration is examining proposals to provide cash incentives to encourage unemployed Americans to return to work, according to a top economic advisor, that's Larry Kudlow at the White House. His exact words were, "This is something we are looking at very carefully." Now, how did all of this happen? Mr. Kudlow made the comments after he was asked about a proposal that was introduced by Senator Rob Portman from Ohio. And what Senator Portman recommended was a temporary $400 a week bonus to encourage individuals who are unemployed to get back to work. So in other words, individuals who are unemployed, when they get back to work, when they start working, will receive a $450 a week bonus. Now keep in mind, this $450 a week bonus is going to be on top of the wages that an individual would earn, and it would be temporary. In fact, Mr. Portman specifically said, this proposal is good for employees because they can go back to work, go back to their healthcare, and go back to their retirement savings, and yet get a nice bonus for doing so. The proposal also saves taxpayers money and saves small businesses from going out of business because they can get back workers. Now you can see both sides, because it does make sense to try and get the economy back as quickly as possible, as long as it's safe for individuals. Because again, unemployment is not a situation that you want to be in indefinitely. That was never the idea behind the unemployment program. That's not what most of us want. We want to be able to get back to work. We want to be able to contribute economically. We want to interact with our fellow workers. We want to be able to feel productive. We want to be able to contribute. We want to be able to get out of the house and be a part of society, be a part of the workforce. So that makes a lot of sense. In fact, in the article in the Wall Street Journal, it says the president and his advisors believe a speedy reopening will boost the US economy, potentially beginning to reverse the negative trends ahead of November's election. They have predicted that the US will see strong growth in the third quarter of the year. Now, the reason this could essentially sabotage or signal the end of the $600 per week federal booster is because this is intended to take individuals and bring them back to work. So it's not going to be both, it's going to be one replacing the other. In fact, Larry Kudlow specifically said, again, he's the White House economic advisor, he said that he does not think that the $600 per week federal booster to unemployment benefits will be extended beyond July 31st. He specifically said that, and he suggested that a future package would instead include alternatives to encourage people to get back to work, including the back to work bonus that was proposed by Mr. Portman. His exact words, the exact words of Larry Kudlow are as follows: I frankly do not believe the $600 plus up will survive the next round of talks, but I think we'll have substitutes to deal with that issue. In fact, the $600 per week unemployment benefit, and I covered this in another training video, it's actually resulting in a lot of individuals making more money that they had made during their normal work, during their normal salary. And the White House is very much aware of this. In fact, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, he specifically said that policymakers need to fix the quirk. These are his exact words. Policymakers need to fix the quirk with the enhanced benefits that allow some individuals to get more in benefits than they were making pre-unemployment. And going back to the economic advisor Larry Kudlow, he also went on to say, and again, this is a statement from him, I quote, the trouble with the $600 plus up, and maybe we needed it in that emergency period, but frankly, it's a major disincentive to go back to work, and we don't want that. We want people to go back to work. And I can see that point of view because we do want to open the economy safely and we want to get people back to work. So I definitely see that point of view. Kudlow also said that a payroll tax holiday for employees, in other words, you would not have to pay payroll tax from your paycheck. And he said that a payroll tax for employees, which President Trump actually supports, would also incentivize work because it would increase people's after-tax incomes. So initially, when this whole pandemic began, the idea was to stay indoors because normally the unemployment benefits program is designed to give someone just enough money so that they have an incentive to go out and work. That's the idea behind trying to give somebody 40% of their normal wages with unemployment, which by the way was the purpose of the unemployment benefits program. I've done many other videos about that, so you definitely want to check out the unemployment benefits playlist on our channel because I've done many other videos about the unemployment benefits system. But again, the important thing is the unemployment benefits program was designed to encourage individuals to go back to work. When this crisis began, the objective for the White House, for the government, was to keep people safe, keep them indoors, but yet give them enough money so that they would be able to pay their bills. Now, I admit that there have been a lot of problems with the rollout of this program. In fact, I did another training video on the current state and the future of the unemployment benefits system. So I definitely want you to check that out as well. But now, as states are starting to reopen gradually, states are starting to reopen one by one. A lot of different states, and it depends on which state you're in, but a lot of different states are now starting to reopen small stores, movie theaters, larger shops, malls, all of them are starting to reopen. As states start to reopen, the government, the Republicans specifically, want individuals to go back to work. And when individuals go back to work, now the emphasis is shifting away from, hey, stay at home, collect unemployment benefits, collect the $600 federal booster, which again is going to end on the 31st of July. Now the emphasis is shifting to, hey, go back to work and get a back to work bonus. Also, you won't be paying payroll taxes. So your take home pay when you get back to work is going to be higher because now an individual is looking at a $450 a week bonus, a temporary bonus on top of their wages, and their take home pay is going to be larger because they will probably see less payroll taxes, which is something that's supported by the president. I appreciate you all for watching. I hope this was beneficial. If this helped, please consider clicking the like button. Please smash that notification button, and please also click subscribe, and please click that notifications button right there, right next to the subscribe button, so you get an instant update the next time I release an important training video like this. Thank you so much. We will get through this. Please check out the other videos in the unemployment benefits playlist because it will be of great help. A lot of things have changed in the unemployment benefits system since all of this began, and now the shift is happening towards a back to work philosophy. I know that we can all get back to work safely. We will all get back to life as we know it, and things will be fine. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please click like, please click subscribe, and please enable the notifications so you get future updates instantly. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next training video.